Well, you guys, I am now back in Chicago from Portugal, and I'm ready to do my full, honest review. Nobody is paying me. I'm going to get ready to tell you if Portugal is going to be right for you, especially if you are thinking about relocating outside of the US, okay? So, like I told you guys before, Portugal was one of my relocation spots. And the reason I picked Portugal as a relocation spot is because everybody had been hyping it up on social media. They're like, go to Portugal. Portugal is so nice to live. It's so nice to be in Portugal. So I wanted to put that to the test. And here are the results, okay? And like I said before, you guys, I hope you guys are taking your faceless channel seriously, because faceless channels are what retired me, okay? And I want to show you how they're gonna retire you. So I'm gonna put a link for them in the description box below. Come start your faceless channel, because your faceless channel is literally your key to freedom. Because the second that you put a $sign on your hourly wage, that is exactly how much they value your hours at. But if you tell them my hours are limitless, you cannot pay me, because guess what? YouTube can pay your bills. So I want to teach you guys how to put together faceless channels, how to really start making your money online so that you're able to travel, retire, and to live your life the way that you want to live your life, and have that passive income so you don't have to worry about prices of things anymore. So you don't have to worry about, hey, I got to be back for work. I can only spend 2 to 3 days. No, we're not doing that this year. This year, we are living our lives for us, and we're living them the way that we want to live them, okay? So I'm going to put the link for that below. I have a whole program, but let's get into the video, okay? So one is about safety. Everyone is concerned about their safety, and I really want to let you guys know Portugal is very, very safe. I went out in Portugal the 7 days that I was there. I went out in the morning, I went out in the afternoon, and I went out in the evening. Sometimes I went out as late as 10 o'clock at night. And when I tell you guys, Portugal, I did not feel afraid of anything in Portugal. Portugal was the people in Portugal, they were so nice. They were very accommodating. And I didn't feel like someone was gonna bash me up inside my head like they do here in the States. And if you guys don't know about Chicago, Chicago is a very iffy type of city, type of state, you guys. So I didn't feel the same pressure that I felt in Chicago in Portugal. I was able to walk through even dark alleys at night. There was nothing there. I was literally able to walk through the streets of Portugal all day, all night if I wanted to, and I did not feel the sense of harm that would come to me, okay? And like I said, one thing about this, I am a solo traveler, so I am very concerned about where I go, how long I stay, what happens if it gets dark. I did not feel that way in Portugal. I felt very safe. I felt like no one was gonna beat me upside my head. And I feel like that is a very safe place. If one of my college age daughters would say, hey mom, I'm going to Portugal, I wouldn't feel any type of way. I would allow them to go. So Portugal is very safe, okay? But we are solo travelers. So I'm going to say keep your guards up no matter where you are at any given time, okay? The second thing that we are going to talk about is walkability. So here in the States, you need a car everywhere you go. That's just not a negotiable. You need a car everywhere you go, okay? So in Portugal, you don't necessarily need a car, which is so beautiful. So I walk through hills in Portugal. I walked uphill, I walked downhill, Everything is literally nearby each other. It is a very walkable city, so you don't necessarily need a car if you don't want to have a car. And I feel like with having a car, it does affect your affordability, because when you're in Portugal, you don't necessarily need it. You have stores everywhere. You have your grocery store almost on every corner. You do have them selling fresh fruits and vegetables everywhere, so you don't necessarily need a car like we do in America. And if you do need one, because I looked it up, you're able to get one of those Bird electric cars, which is very comparable, even better than the Teslas here, but they're super cheap, super affordable. And one other thing that I noticed about Portugal is they don't do like the big Grand Wagoneer trucks that we have in the US. They do the smaller cars, okay? So if you do really need a car, I would definitely do a smaller car, or I would do a bike. They do bike a lot there, but I'm gonna tell you guys, the public transportation in Portugal is absolutely amazing. I have ridden their buses, trolleys, all of that, you guys. I have ridden in the Ubers. The Ubers were super affordable. Like I said, walkability and transportation, those were super duper affordable. Walkability I rate their walkability a 9 out of 10, and I rate their transportation a 10 out of 10, because you can literally get all throughout Portugal for less than $10 to $15. And if you're going somewhere probably mile or a mile or two, it's probably about €5. So it was very affordable. It did not break the bank, and it was that thing, okay? All right, you guys. So the third thing is the food. Now, as you guys know, I'm from the South. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. So our food has to be seasoned, okay? Everything has to be seasoned. And I know that when you go to Europe, normally you experience food that is not as seasoned as we like. But I want to tell you guys something. I enjoyed everything I ate in Portugal. And I mean everything that I ate in Portugal. One, the food was, especially seafood, because it is right there on the Mediterranean. The seafood was freshly caught, most of it. And you guys, it was seasoned very well. The Portuguese definitely seasoned their food, okay? Especially because it's Portugal. Portugal has a mix of the Moors from Africa, the African continent. A lot of them go to Portugal. So the food was very seasoned, and I enjoyed every single dish that I had, okay? Secondly, you guys, one of the things that I really enjoyed about the food was that it was not the food that is served here in the US. One thing about the food does not leave you heavy, okay? They do not allow any additives to their food. They do not allow a lot of the things that we are used to, like cookies and crackers and things like that have additives, that have chemicals. They do not allow that in Europe, okay? So once you turn the back of the ingredient list, there are literally only 3 to 5 ingredients on every package. So you're not going to get a lot of trans fat. You're not going to get a lot of food that has a lot of chemicals in there, which I love. The food actually tastes like food. And you guys, the Starbucks is totally different from the Starbucks here in the US, okay? The Starbucks in Portugal, you actually get a real mug, just like this one, you guys. So everybody gets a mug when you go to Portugal, okay? So while you're sitting there, while you're enjoying your coffee, there are no takeaways, but if you need to take it away, they will allow you to take it away. The food is presented on an actual plate, okay? On an actual plate, a china plate with real forks. That is their to-go food or their fast food, can I say, okay? And like I said, one thing that I really loved about the food was that you could taste that the food was very real and authentic. Now, while I was at Starbucks, and I'm telling you guys, I thought I was gonna gain so much weight in Portugal because I enjoyed their food, their pasta, I enjoyed it. Even Starbucks had a ham and cheese croissant. You can actually see where the ham was cut from the bone, okay? Where it literally came from, it didn't come from a package. It didn't come from a pre-made package. It actually got cut from the bone. The cheese tasted like cheese. And I thought being there that I was gonna, gain a lot of weight. In fact, I lost some pounds, not only from eating real food, but also being able to walk everywhere I go. I feel like if you are concerned about your weight and if you are quote unquote overweight, which I don't think anyone is overweight, okay? I don't think anyone is overweight. I just think that we are not eating healthily here and we're not walking. America has made it to where the food is just trash, and because everything is made outside of our neighborhoods, we don't walk our neighborhoods a lot. So I am going to say, if you are concerned about your health and you want a healthier pace of life, then I suggest you go to Portugal. I suggest you go to Europe, but specifically Portugal, okay? Because Portugal is very walkable and you're going to get a different quality of food. I thought I was going to gain weight. I feel like I lost weight, okay? If one of your concerns is being healthy, I want you to go to Portugal and I want you to experience Portugal. So I'm going to give their food a 10 out of 10, baby. 10 out of 10. All right, you guys. Now, last but not least, let's talk about affordability, okay? Affordability is very, very, very important, okay? So while I was in Portugal, the flight from Malta to Portugal, because I went to Malta first, the flight from Malta to Portugal was only 15 euro. Yeah, clock that. The flight from Malta to Portugal was 15 euro. So one, if you are already in Europe, they're pretty cheap. If you're like me coming from Chicago to Portugal, last year we went and it was only $500 per person and it was round trip. It is cheaper to live outside of the US, hands down. Was very affordable. I was able to get a Starbucks coffee and a ham and cheese croissant every single day for less than 6 euro. Yes, there are places in Portugal where you can pick up a regular coffee from $1.60. The housing in Portugal is very affordable as well. It depends on where you live at. If you live in downtown Lisbon, of course it's going to be more affordable because you are in downtown Lisbon, which is their main tourist attraction. If you're willing to go outside of Lisbon and go into, say, like a smaller town, you're going to be able to rent properties for cheaper than you would in Lisbon. So I did some digging and I saw a couple of properties there for no more than 1,200 euros. So if you transition that to American money, you're looking at $1,400. So, but there are more places cheaper than that. Y'all know me, I am bougie. So take that with a grain of salt. Another thing, transportation. Like I told you guys before, transportation in Lisbon was very affordable. Every time I got on the bus, I paid no more than 1 to 2 euro. The food was very affordable, okay? So when I ate in downtown Lisbon, it was kind of pricey. But as I went out and further explored into like the towns of Lisbon, the price definitely started to become a little bit more affordable. So I'm going to say in terms of affordability on food, I'm going to give that a A++. I was able to go into a couple of the grocery stores there And I'm talking fresh fruits, fresh orange juice. One of the things that really knocked my socks off was because here in Chicago, a gallon of fresh squeezed orange juice is running $13. I've never seen orange juice for $13. They have orange juice right now at my local market, which is Cermak Produce. Go spam them, because I don't understand why orange juice is $13. But in Portugal, there's a machine where your oranges can be squozen fresh. And you guys, I pay no more than €5, €5, which it translates to American dollars about $6, okay? And that's if I did that, okay? So I am going to say, in terms of affordability for food, for transportation, Ubers, the bus, very, very, very affordable. Another thing, housing is very affordable. Consumer goods. You guys, if you are looking for a new wardrobe that is affordable, go to Portugal. The Zara that is in Portugal is one of the biggest Zaras in the world. When I tell you, that Zara has been one of the most affordable Zaras I have ever went to. I recently bought my daughter a long wool coat, you guys, and that coat was €50. I came back to the United States at the Zara that is in Oak Brook, Illinois, and that same coat was $195. Yeah. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Another thing that shocked me was they have better quality of products there. So when I went to the body shop, and everybody, I don't know if you have a body shop in your neighborhood, but if you have eczema like I do, I always look for natural products to put on my skin. So in Portugal, there was a product that is from the body shop, and it's pure shea butter from Ghana. Pure shea butter from Ghana, and I paid $20 for that tub of shea butter. I get to the US trying to find another jar of the shea butter, and they don't have it, and they don't sell it in the US. They don't sell a lot of organic products in the US, but they're over there in Portugal for a lot cheaper. So if you guys are really concerned about budgeting, about living on an expat's salary, or want passive income, I am going to teach you how to use faceless channels. Like I said, I'm going to put a link in the description, link in my bio, and I'm going to teach you how you're going to start your own faceless channels, because you guys, that is the money that I use from my faceless channels to go travel. And I am going to go retire outside of the US, because I feel like I am getting got. Okay, I feel like I am getting got. So I just want to show you guys how to do this so that you can do it too, so that you can retire, so that you can live your life, and you can go and do the things that you want to do. And if you are trying to relocate, you have the money to do it without any stress, okay? So like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to be coming back with so many more of these videos. And like I said before, I hope you guys join our community. Come learn how to do your faceless channels, because we as a community are going to be doing so many more relocation tours. It's not funny. I want you guys to come learn, come get this information, because this is real. And I'm so glad to be teaching it to you guys. I am so glad that you guys are starting this. I'm so glad that you guys are starting your channels and are really getting those channels up there. And for all of my girls and guys who are there, kudos to you. You guys come meet me on the next relocation tour. We might go back to Portugal. We might go back to Malta, but I really, you guys, one of the places where I am going to take you guys is Chania, Greece. Chania is so beautiful. It is very low key. Nobody's really talking about Chania yet, but Chania is going to be a hot spot. So we're going to get there before everybody else does, okay? So like, share, and subscribe, and I will be giving, and you guys, if you want to see more videos like this from me, put in the comment section, give us more, Coach Sam, okay? Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.